Hey, good morning, you South grads. Chief Bouchee coming to you all the way from New Jersey. It's been some time since we've seen one another. Nearly 4 years ago, we started this journey together, and you just graduated. So I'd like to say congratulations to each and every one of you. I certainly wish I could have been there, but things being the way that they are, obviously, we're here today. Hey, I look a little different than when you saw me in the past. You probably wondered or saw that. Yep, this is my COVID-19 beard. I'm stuck here at home trying to do what I do, and I'm sure each of you are trying to figure out your way along the way. The AOG asked me if I would take a little time to put a video together for you for your Firstie departure. Some of you may recall we did the Firstie departure last year, and I was there for those seniors as far as that goes. But I just wanted to be here for you guys today. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a London broil. Now, I know that many of you are going to go off into your next assignments and things along those lines, and it'll be kind of a community environment. You guys will get together, probably share roommates and many opportunities with one another. So this is a meal that you can make that's quite affordable. It's London broil. What I have here is a London broil that I picked up from the store. This is about 2.5 pounds of London broil. Plenty enough food to feed, 3-4 people as far as that goes. You can always buy more if you want to. And again, it's an affordable cut of meat. It's easy to make, and it only takes a little bit of time. The prep time itself is probably no more than about 15 minutes as far as that goes. We'll talk about some of the ingredients that we're going to use and how we're going to put this together. The time that this takes is that you got to have a little prep time in advance. Since we want to marinate this steak before we put it on the grill or in the oven to broil, we just need to spend some time doing that. So let's talk about the ingredients. First, we have extra virgin olive oil. This particular one actually has a little garlic in it, but you can use any quality extra virgin olive oil that you want. We also have Worcestershire sauce. Not sure if I'm saying that right. That's one of those difficult words, but this is another ingredient that goes in there. As well, the secret ingredient to cooking a great London broil is Montreal steak seasoning. And I'll tell you, this stuff is all you really need with those two ingredients right there to make a great marinade. But you can always season it to your taste. I like to add a little garlic powder or garlic salt, whatever. But if you don't have that and you want to do minced garlic yourselves, you can get some cloves of garlic, you can cut them up and you can mince them and put them in your marinade as well. Because I tend to like things that are a little bit more spicy, I'll also add a little crushed red pepper in mine. Those are the ingredients that you'll need, and all you're going to need besides that is some kind of container to put it in. But if you don't happen to have a container, because I know you guys are all on a budget, a gallon freezer bag will work just fine to do the marinade in. So let's get started. Again, here's our meat. We're going to take it, and what I like to do is I like to take our meat, put it in our container, and start with the extra virgin olive oil. Now, if you actually are the person that wants to measure and do everything appropriately, what I would suggest is about a half a cup of extra virgin olive oil. I'm not going to use the cup, I just kind of like to do it by eye. So what I tend to do is pour the extra virgin olive oil over the top of the London broil, get the top coated pretty well. Again, about a half to a quarter cup as far as that goes. After that, again, if the Worcestershire sauce, a quarter cup will be fine if that's what you want to do. Again, I like to do it by eye. I tend to just shake it into the London broil to make sure that it's coated pretty well. And now you've got your two liquid ingredients. We can put those aside. Make sure the caps are on so we don't spill anything anywhere. And now we're going to add the secret ingredient, which is the Montreal steak seasoning. I've got a tablespoon here. What I suggest is about 3 tablespoons of Montreal steak seasoning. So I'm just going to put those on there. Actually, I added a little bit more. And there we go. 3 tablespoons. The last thing I'm going to put in here, because my wife doesn't like it too spicy, is a little garlic powder. I'm just going to shake some on here to make sure that it's all coated pretty well. And as I said, you can put some crushed red pepper on there if you want to. I'm going to forgo that this time because, again, the family doesn't like it quite as spicy. After that, grab our lid for our marinade, seal it really well, and give it a good shake. Now you can probably see that it's coated very well as far as that goes, both on the top and on the bottom. Always take your meat and flip it over to make sure it's good. Take this, put it in the refrigerator for at least 4 to 6 hours. Obviously, that is going to take a little bit of time, but what it's going to allow is the olive oil, the Worcestershire sauce, and all the seasonings to marinate and blend and break down those meats so that it can make this nice and tender as far as that goes. So we'll take it, we'll put it in the refrigerator. And I'll see you very soon. Okay guys, it's been about 4.5 hours since we prepared our meat, and it's been sitting in the refrigerator marinating at this point in time. So let's give it a check. All right, it looks wonderful. It's obviously marinated pretty well. What I'm going to do is, again, there's still some olive oil and some liquids down in there. I'm gonna give it a good shake, and I'm gonna go get the grill prepared so that we can get ready to cook. All right guys, we've taken our marinated London broil out of the fridge, and now it's time to put it on the grill. Again, you don't have to have a grill to do this. If you have a gas grill, that's great. I've taken the time to preheat this one. A charcoal grill works just fine. And in case you don't have either of those, remember, you can broil this in the oven in your kitchen. The key thing about that is, remember, it's going to be at the very top tray, and it's going to be close to the boiler, so you want to leave the door open so it doesn't do that. What we're going to do is we're going to take the London broil, put it on the grill, and set a timer for 3 minutes. The reason I set a timer for 3 minutes is at the 3-minute mark, I'm going to turn it perpendicular so I can have grill marks. Now, I like my steak medium rare. Basically, I found that about 6 minutes per side, depending upon the thickness of your London broil, will give you that medium rare texture. Once it's finished grilling, we're going to take it back in the kitchen. We're going to put it under foil for 10 or 15 minutes to let it rest, and then we're going to slice it. So when that time comes, we'll see you back in the kitchen. All right, guys. The London broil was on the grill for approximately 6 minutes per side, anywhere between 6 to 8, just depends on how thick it is, and again, how you like your meat. I prefer my medium rare. We brought it into the house. It's been sitting under the tin foil for about 10 minutes resting, so I'm going to remove that right now, and as you can see, it is definitely medium rare because the way that you're going to slice this is on a bias, so on an angle against the grain. So the grain of this particular London broil runs lengthwise, and what you want to do is just take a very sharp knife, doesn't matter what kind you have as far as that goes, and start slicing it on an angle nice and thin, okay? So slice those down all the way. The ends will be a little bit more well done than the center as you go through, which is to be expected. So if you got guests or whatever that like it a little bit more well done, then it should be perfect for them. And then the rest should be medium rare as you go along. Basically, that's pretty much it as far as that goes. I would spend a little time making a salad, maybe a side dish of some vegetables to go along with that to serve with your folks. But other than that, it's a simple, easy, affordable, and economical meal that you can prepare at home. All right? So with that, best of luck to you. Congratulations, lieutenants, and bon appetit. This is Chief saying goodbye.